Hello, good morning from here. Good morning, good morning. I hope we're doing well. This is Kenny again. You're saying me this year, we'll see again in the coming years. And I congratulate you if you're watching this channel right now for making it to the new year. I know that it's the 4th already, but it's still a new year. It's my first time doing a video. So if you're new to my YouTube channel, welcome. And if you are a returning viewer, welcome again to my YouTube channel. Today, there's this saying that says new year, new system, new year, new resolution. People are always so quick to claim they have a new resolution for the new year, but a lot of times it just ends on paper. People don't really act on it. People believe that once they've written it down, it's going to be achieved. And some just believe that because it's a new year, things will just automatically change. It doesn't work that way. One has to be intentional. One has to do everything possible to make sure that all those things you put on paper come through. So this year, I want to address everybody, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're abroad, whether you're thinking to stay abroad, whether you're thinking to Jakpada, whether you're thinking to Jakpa, whatever the case may be. The first thing I want to say is, no matter where you are, before whatever you're aspiring to be happens, try and not waste away, if you know what I mean. For years, when I just moved from Wisconsin to Georgia, for years I was kind of stuck in a place because I was waiting for something to happen before I did another thing. And I was counting years. Something that I couldn't control was controlling me. So that is why I'm saying this. I know a lot of people. I have at least one person as a case study that would do anything to leave Nigeria, to go anywhere, even if it is Mali. They will go anywhere. But guess what? While they are waiting to have a successful exit, they are waiting and doing nothing, wasting away. So you don't want that to be your case. You have all these plans, you have all these aspirations, you know what you want. But while you wait for what you want, please make use of your time, make use of your life, make use of your resources. Make sure you're not wasting anything. Because there's this saying that says, while we wait for life, life passes. You don't want life to pass you by while you wait for life. So that is that about everybody, wherever you may be. You've put your time to your Jakpada. Try not to waste those years that you've put to Jakpada. You've put a time to Jakpa. Try not to waste those years you've put to Jakpa. Whatever you're doing, just try not to waste your time. So that's that. Now, to my people in Nigeria, this is a new year. We're always shouting Nigeria is bad, the government is bad, this is that. If we all can, in our little way, be a change, not even make a change now, be the change that the country needs, I believe it will become a better place. Before you do something to anybody, think about it. If they do it to me, how would I feel? Before you throw stuff on the floor, think about it. Is it the country I want? Before you start peeing by the roadside, think about it. Do I really want to live in a smelling country? Before you're dishonest to anybody, think about it. Am I being a real citizen? Am I being a patriotic citizen? So if everybody start thinking that way, if every pastor start preaching things that will make people be the best of themselves, I believe the country will become what we want it to be. The same people will travel out and be obedient and be this. Nigerians are the most hardworking people wherever they go. they this, they that. Yeah, I understand that we're tenacious people and that helps us wherever we go. But at the same time, we can put that tenacity in whatever we do in our own country. So let's be that change that we want to see. Let's be the change that we want to see. And for those Nigerians abroad, whether you're choosing to stay, whether you're choosing to jackpada, don't forget my channel is all about jackpada, home and abroad. So whatever I say, I would always put jackpada in it. Whether you're choosing to stay or you're choosing to jackpada, be a good ambassador wherever you are. While I was living here, anytime they asked me, do you like it? My answer was always no, because that's the truth. It's not like it's not a good country. It's not like it's not a great country, but there were things that I just wasn't vibing with. I wasn't vibing with the fact that I was missing my profession. I was missing my freedom. I was missing everything. Now that I'm here, I'm missing it because I feel bored. Unlike where you can be and you just feel free. You just feel like you're among your people. You just feel... there's just this vibe I get. Me being a public worker, I'm always among people. We laugh, we play. I feel free within myself. Like nothing has to be planned before it happens. That's how I like it. Everybody doesn't have to be like me, but wherever you are, just be a good ambassador. If you don't like it, you don't have to be like me that will tell people I like it better back there. If you don't like it better back there, it doesn't mean you should kill it with your mouth. Just if you don't have any good thing to say about it, just keep quiet. That's a good thing to do. Just keep quiet. You don't have to bring it down and destroy it, because the little thing you're doing, you don't know how far it will go. So let's try as much as possible and change this new year. Now, to my people that are saying, oh, I really want to jackpada, but I don't know what to do when I get to Nigeria. Here is something. I've done this video before, small businesses to do in Nigeria. It went viral, and I'm going to revisit it. You can choose to do your business from here, or you can choose to do it in Nigeria. I talked about buying a cheap property and collect your rent and live fine on your rent. Somebody commented on my video and said for his family they needed about 6,000 to 7,000 per month minus housing, and I'm wondering what you're eating that you will spend $7,000 a month in Nigeria. Really? I don't believe so. I've stayed. Let me say stayed. Oh, I don't want to use the word lived. I've stayed in Nigeria for 4 straight months, and despite the fact that I pay salaries, I've not spent. I don't think I've spent 2,000 or more. I don't think so. Apart from when I just got there and I was trying to settle, bought my appliances, bought my yam pounding machine, bought blender, bought this, bought that. Yes, I spent a lot of money when I was buying things for the house. But after that month-to-month spending, no, I don't think so. I don't think you need that much. So it's up to you. No matter where you are, I know people cut their clothes according to their coats, because before it used to be according to your size, but we've been corrected that you might want to do according to your size and your clothes is not enough. So you have to cut it according to your clothes. I've seen people in this America that say they can't remember last time they ate goat's meat, that they just eat Walmart chicken. That is their coat. And there are some people that cannot do Walmart chicken because they don't enjoy eating it, and they will do anything to eat what they enjoy. So it boils down to what matters to you. Is it what you feed yourself, or is it you don't want to stress yourself to go for what you want? So it's all up to you. But I'm just speaking generally now. So if you know that you don't mind living on $1,000 and below, maybe $800 to $1,200, $300, yeah, you can buy cheap properties. People have contacted me for that cheap properties in Georgia, and I've sent a few links to some people. Yeah, there are houses you can get in Georgia state. I don't know about any other states, but I think there are some also in North Carolina and stuff like that are very cheap, very, very cheap. You can get houses as low as $40,000 up until $80,000, $100,000, and you can rent them out for a really good amount, 1,100, 1,200, 900 worst case, and you'll be fine. You can live on that money and be good. And that's one. Secondly, I talked about small business you can do in Nigeria. And I talked about things like shawarma, things like sandwich and ice cream, things like having a kiosk around the school, selling hot dogs. I mean, just things you don't pay attention to, things you look down on that will really fetch you nice and decent income. I recently thought about vending machine. It's not common in Nigeria, and I'm sure it can work. I'm sure it can work. Sorry, my daughter is playing outside and I'm watching her on the camera. So we always think it's only Nigeria that is not safe. Be deceiving yourself. Even in this abroad, they play. They'll just carry your car inside and your child enter car. You don't go to law. So I have to be watching as I'm doing this. So what was I saying? So things like that, small businesses that you really don't pay attention to. I was watching the TV with my partner and we saw this guy being interviewed. His business is Dundu Nation. Oh my God, that guy. I watched his interview and I was amazed. They talked about how his friends used to make jest of him when he started, that they were calling him Dundu Fryer. Dundu Fryer. That all he was doing was frying Dundu. But he didn't pay attention to them. He kept doing what he was doing. He talked about how he lost 2 million when he wanted to start his business, but he was so determined to do that business and he didn't let that stop him. Some people, once you lose one tiny amount of money, you just give up. If I tell you how much I lost in my fish farm, it's enough for somebody to build a house and start living in. So losing money in business doesn't mean you will give up on business. It probably is not just a business for you. You try another thing. Or it's a business for you that you feel like if I had done it differently, I wouldn't have lost that money. That money was meant to be lost for lessons to be learned. And you do it differently, the same business, and you're going to recover the money you lost even over. You're going to recover it in multiple fold. That's what the guy said. The guy said 2 million back then was a lot of money. And when he went into the business, taking a different direction, he made his 2 million back under a year. He made that money he lost back under a year. And that was a long time ago. Today, this guy has locations in a lot of states and he even has franchise. You can look him up, Dundu Nation. He has franchise in Nigeria and a lot of people patronize him. There's another guy we watched that only sells akara, branded akara. These are graduates. But you know the problem with some people? They don't want to be seen with small businesses. They despise those little businesses. They don't know that sometimes turnover matters. You might be thinking you want to do a big business that requires that will fetch you millions per month, but the turnover is not that big. It's only for the rich. So if you want to do that kind of business also, you need a lot of money to start. But if you want to do a small business, you don't need a lot of money to start. You only need your consistency, your persistency, your passion. You have to be serious about it. Once people see that seriousness, once they see that spirit of excellence, that this person knows what they're doing, this person really means business, you will be surprised at how far you're going to go. So I want to use this to encourage somebody. Ignore what anybody has to say. Nigeria is a very humid country. Something as little as ice cream and burger can turn you into a millionaire. Just target a place that has the population. Nigeria is populated, very populated. And you will be surprised that a business that gives you 1,000 naira profit per person can give you over 100,000 naira a day in profit if you target a place with the right population. So think about it. Don't wait till you have 100 million to invest. Don't wait till you have 50 or even 30, 40 million to invest. Something as little as 5 million, as little as even 2 million can give you a good income in Nigeria. You know what our strength is when it comes to business? The population. That population, if you can capture that population, something that almost everybody will buy, you will be okay. You will be okay. So that is something to consider. And this is not only talking to people that want to jackpot. There are a lot of people in Nigeria that don't have anything they are doing simply because they think they cannot start small. They believe that what can 1 million do for me? What can 2 million do for me? What business can I start with that? It is not that you don't have a business you can start with that. It's because you have pride. Because you have pride. You don't want your friends to see you as you're selling this ridiculous thing. That is the problem that you have. But once you can do away with that pride, trust me, people that were abusing the donation that time, now they want to associate with him because he most likely have gone further than those people now. Most likely. That guy studied in America. He did his MBA in America and he went back to Nigeria and started doing dundu. I'm sure his life is way better than some of his mates that didn't go back then. You can look him up yourself, like I said. So apart from starting small, I also want to encourage you. Losing money in business doesn't mean it's the end of business for you. It only means that you need to sit back and re-strategize. You need to sit back and say, is this a business that will really work for me if I do it differently? Or do I need to go into another business? But instead of you now saying, oh, never again, that is bye-bye to any kind of business. Business is not for me. I'd rather put my money in the bank. I would rather be an employee for life. Some of you are so patient. I heard that from an Asian guy. I was watching his YouTube short, and he said some people are so patient to build someone else's business for 40 years and then retire, but they are not patient. They don't have that commitment to build their own personal business for 4 years. They are not that patient. Once some people fail after 6 months, they just close it down. Why don't you try again? Why don't you give it another angle to it? Me, I love business right from when I was a child. No failure can make me stop doing business because people that are billionaires today, they are not employees. They are business owners. Yeah, they're whether small or big business, but they didn't start big. Even if they own big businesses now, they didn't start big. They started small. They started from somewhere. So please think about what you can do differently in this year 2026 that will take you to where you really want to be. Where you won't get to where you want to be by just wishing for it or by just desiring it. You have to take a step to get there. So this is a challenge to you. And I hope by the end of 2026, you can have something to say that I achieved this because I took this step. Stop praying. Start acting. I'm not saying don't trust God, but prayer only does not work. Show me your faith without work, and I will show you my faith with work. That's what the Bible says. So please start acting, and you will see your results. And hopefully, by December 2026, you'll be among those that will be saying, this year was very good for me. I'll see you on my next one. Thank you for watching this. Fine. Bye.